Thanks to a lot of help from the community and investing, I like to call it an investment, 1,031 hours into a single game. Say that proudly, Nick. Come on. 1,031 hours into a single game.
I can't believe you've done this.
Been able to curate a list of my favorite spots in each massif. Today, man, we're starting off with Alaska.
Oh.
Debatably one of my favorite hole-in-ones in the entire game for its consistency and its near perfect in-run. Loads of different ways to hit this spot. You can up the difficulty for yourself by slapping your fat twigs on this piece of granite down here, or you can just avoid all contact and treat it as a textbook hole-in-one. This was the first hole-in-one I actually tried in Alaska, and like most spots in this game, it's a lot harder than it looks. Oh, shit. Oh, yo! Landing was gross, but bro, let's go. Definitely the hardest hole-in-one in Alaska, if not the entire game. I think it took me 2 hours of countless tries to lace this for the first time. This line is so fun. So many different ways to hit it. You got this big booter posted up here that takes you onto the roof. You can treat that roof as a butter pad, transfer over to the 2x4s, and then pop down on this handrail, and then treat this buildup of snow as a quarter. If you want to make things really difficult for yourself, you can disaster from that big jump all the way over to these 2x4s here. I've done it before, but I've never laced it clean. You can get enough speed from the in-run. It's just a matter of height. You got to time your pop perfectly off that jump to make it all the way to those twigs. So if you got a lot of time to spend on one spot and you want to update the Tinder profile with some steezy goodness, be my guest, buddy. It's really hard. This Bertha Booter's the lid for a load of different rail disasters. Disastering over to those pipes isn't an easy challenge, but gapping over to this picket fence and then making the transfer is definitely the most difficult disaster of the bunch. Main disaster on this spot is bumping off this big buildup of snow against this building here and sending it all the way to the left and trying to make it on that handrail. Oh? Oh yeah, are you kidding? What? It's not the most difficult transfer in the world, but dude, that was still extremely lucky. If you want to up the difficulty for yourself, you can aim for these trucks, these cars, or the yellow handbar, and then bump down to the handrail. Oh my gosh. If you want to take it one step further, you can actually transfer from that down handrail over to the next flat piece section when you continue to see me bail on. I've seen a few people do it through the top 5, but I've never been able to do it, man. It's too hard for me. It's one of the smaller spots in this town, but this wooden handrail gap up to the pipe, it doesn't seem doable, but it's honestly one of the floatiest rail transfers you can find in the town. Plus, you got this nice little handbar, this balcony that you can gap over to as well, making a little bit of a line. And like 8 months ago, I somehow managed to lace this.
When you first start rapping, everybody curious. Then you make it happen and everybody furious.
Yeah, no idea, but definitely one of my favorite clips. The objective here is to launch off the buildup of snow right by this red cabin and then transfer all the way over to this pipe. It is insanely difficult to do. I've never done it. I've gotten pretty close a few times, but I've spent hours here on stream on my own time trying to get the transfer and still haven't managed to do it. I think it was Banana Man on my Discord server that submitted this transfer, and from his perspective, dude, it looked really easy, but obviously after countless attempts... Oh shit! So close. After countless attempts, man, that's proven to be extremely difficult, so I highly recommend you guys check this spot out if you're looking for a doozy of a challenge. Oh. If you guys follow the top 5 trick series I do on my channel, it showcases the most difficult things done in the game to date, and I think this place provides an opportunity to one-up every single clip that is won in the past. Yeah, dude, if one of you guys managed to lace that, that's got to be the best first place in history. To finish things off, here's my favorite line in the entire town. So I like to gap off at the end of the road here, disaster onto the sewage pipe, go down, pop on top of the roof, and if you make your ways down a little bit lower, you'll see there's this down handrail. I like to pop onto that and then gap into the transition of the road. Sewage pipes are definitely a well-known feature in this game, but you rarely see people treat it as a disaster rail by gapping off the road here. More often than not, they'll just ride onto them. And then I've only seen a few clips of people making their way over to the handrail and turning it into a line, so it's kind of sick to put these two features together. My goodness gracious, man, this spot has stolen my heart. There are so many different ways to hit this podium, man. This was definitely my favorite spot for a long while and steep. You make your way down this big twin half pipe and you can actually go for a nice little ski slide 50-50, whatever you want to do on top of this podium, and then transfer over to the down of this DFD. It's one of the few spots in steep you can just sesh the feature without worrying about hitting a piece of igneous or other objects Mother Nature throws at you in the in-run. This spot isn't too well known and I'm not the greatest at it, but I've seen some pretty cool submissions from it. So if you come down to the left of the super pipe here, you can pop off and then actually grind these handrails on this 3 set of stairs. Now, it took me a while to get this switch 3 disaster. Like I said, I'm not the greatest at this spot, so if you guys want to get a nice clip on it, you're gonna have to put in some work or get real lucky. You can't talk about the X Games without talking about this transfer. This is notoriously difficult and steep. I'm sure a lot of you guys that have been playing this game are well aware of it. You need a lot of luck and you need a lot of speed, man. That's it's about it. Make you all a promise, man. This spot, dude, it's gonna hit the spot. So you got one. You even got 2, man. Look at the second one. She's got a nice shape to her. Hello. Bro, this is where it's at, man. This third one is ridiculous. Just wait. Stay on the line. Be patient. There you go. Like, bro, where's the landing? You like that? Yeah, you do. Oh, yo, sticking all of them, bro. Let's go. Don't give up. Oh, don't give up, Todd. Oh, yo, he's gonna throw in the towel, man. I just spat all over my monitor. Holy. Ah, get the cloth, man. Get the Norwex cloth ASAP. In your best interest if you go fast. I'm just gonna, you know, put that out there. It's so big, man. You go so big. Ooh. Oh. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, there's the top 15. Only took a little over 1,000 hours and a lot of help from the community to find those spots. Deep, dude, it's a big game. I really want to stress there's more than one way to hit these spots. You can have a really sick location in the game, but find new ways to hit each and every single one of them. So really get the creativity going, man. It's gonna make you real happy, and it's gonna make me real happy. Let me know if you want to see the same type of video for the Alps in Japan. Whether or not you want to see it, I'm going to make it anyways, because I think it's important, and I think it's crucial to our heritage. Boys, you know I love you. You know the good. See, I'm backing away, getting prepped for it. I'm getting prepped for it. Good! Good Lord loves you too, man. Kate, it's just, oh, yeah, buddy, he loves you. See you in the next one. Peace on my peeps.